Welcome to my channel. My name is Sandra, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning or a subscriber, welcome back. I've been thinking about doing a video like this for quite some time, but time never permits. You know, when you're running out the door, instead of being able to stop and say, this is my outfit for the day or outfit of the day, I'm like, I'm late. So I never have enough time to do it. But this time I said, I'm going to make time throughout the week right before I leave out the door. I have a couple of shorts and pictures and put together this video. So hopefully you like it. You'll see a realistic view of what I grab for during the week. This is totally me. This is totally me. Every day, you know, this is the kind of clothes. I'm more of a streetwear, dressy, casual girl. That's my thing that I usually grab for. Now, don't get me wrong, I wear everything, but during the week, this is what I grab for. And I'm gonna show you what I wore last week, and let's get to the video. We're gonna start off with, I did Sunday through Friday. So we're gonna start off with Sunday, and I'll let you know everything I wore. If I remember where it came from, because you know this is pulling from the closet, so this is totally, what do you call it, organic. This is not planned day by day. This is just like, okay, what am I wearing today? So we'll start with Sunday. iPad, so you know what I'm looking at down in my lap. So Sunday, my husband and I went to a seafood festival, and I thought, I'll bring the lemon, you know. We're gonna go have seafood. Let me bring the lemon. And I pulled out this lemon shirt I had. It was like a lemon t-shirt with a green skirt, some green and white sneakers, because you know we're gonna be walking through the festival and eating. So I figured comfort, cute, you know. So that's why I opted for the skirt instead of shorts or pants this time. And threw on my white trusty sunglasses. I grabbed for these a lot. These came from Amazon, but I'll tell you later. And this was pretty much the fit. I thought this was super cute. I got a lot of compliments about this little outfit, although it was under $30, I think, for the whole thing. Maybe. I don't remember. The shoes might have cost a little bit more, but let's go through where everything came from. So the sunglasses are from Amazon. Like I said, I've had those for a while, and I always reach for those. I think those are super. I think the cat eye works for me. That's my jam. Lemon shirt came from Shein. The skirt came from Shein, and the purse came from Shein, and so did the shoes. These shoes, let me tell you about these shoes. These shoes might look a little ugly to you, and if you're like a super name brand person, you won't like these shoes, but if you're for comfort, these are the ones. The toe box is really wide on these shoes. They come in different colors. Very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. And a good price. These kind of remind me of those shoes that look like toes. You know, those sneakers that have like those toe prints on the underneath or whatever. I can't think of what they're called right now, but these are just as good to me. They feel so good. I'm going to grab a couple more pairs. And oh, I had on some earrings. Those came from Shein. I thought that was super, super, super cute with this outfit. It was like some little lemons. What else did I have on? I think that's it. Sunday, it decided to rain, and not only rain hard. And I had things to do. My daughter and I had some errands that we needed to run. I opted to put on a trench coat for that Sunday. We tried to wait a little bit until the rain stopped, and as soon as it stopped, it started right back up as hard as it did the first time. So I was like, okay, girl, we just gonna have to hit it. For this look, I just put on a black jumpsuit and a trench from Adidas, which I think that is now sold out, but I'll tell you about it. And my Yamamotos, I grab for those shoes a lot during the week. They're very comfortable. Let's get to where this look, everything came from. So the sunglasses that I had on, those brown, they're brown and wide. I thought this pulled the look together really well. Those came from Amazon, and I've had them for some years, but If they're still available, I'll put a link in the description box. The jumpsuit also came from Amazon. I did buy a extra large in this jumpsuit, and I should have just gotten a large, but I've lost a little weight and I'm just used to grabbing the sizes I've been used to grabbing. But I should have sized down and got a large, because I feel like I'm now a true 12. Before I was like in between 12, 14. The trench coat came from Adidas, but it is sold out. They are reselling it on different sites. If I find any, I'll link them for you if you're interested in that. Because my sister was like, where did that coat come from? But yeah, that's sold out on the Adidas website. And let's see, the Yamamotos are also super, super old. I don't even think you can really find them anywhere anymore. But if I find any sold on any other websites, I will list them as well. Oh, and let me tell you about this jacket. This is why I was interested in this jacket. So I saw this jacket a while ago. When the model had it on, she just was wearing it as a trench coat, but then I noticed that it looked like it came apart. So I was like, oh, I want to see what this jacket do. And sure enough, it does. So you can either take the arms off, or you can't take the arms off. You can take, there's like a crop jacket that goes in between. You can put, if you are able to get this jacket, just go get it. It turns into a few jackets. Long story short, I'm usually wearing Tiffany jewelry. It's the same jewelry every day, most of the time, unless it's like a special outfit like Saturday where I didn't wear it. But usually it's the same 2 bracelets. I have a charm bracelet with a lot of Tiffany hearts on it. And then there's a locket that my husband just bought me. And then I wear my heart Tiffany earrings and my charm it has like a little chain and it has like a little key on it. That one I think is retired. I don't know what they could say, retired, or they don't make it anymore. But that's my go-to jewelry during the week. I usually have that on with every outfit I put on. So that's the jewelry I had on Sunday with my trench. And for the fragrances I wear during the week, there's 2. I either wear Vanilla Woods, and that one smells vanilla. I don't know how to explain it. Vanilla, but like a musky vanilla, a smoky vanilla. And then I wear Let the Good Times Roll, which is like a sugary, sweet vanilla. I'm a vanilla girl. That's usually what I'm wearing during the week. So for Monday, that was an errands day. I got up early and was out the house probably by 8:30. And I didn't get back home till like 2 o'clock. No, after 2. But just running errands and taking care of business this day. So for this day, I pretty much just, I freestyle most of the time. So this day I just threw on my striped shirt, put my army jacket on, some jeans. I wanted to put on some standout shoes, and I was out the door. This is my let's take care of business look. I was gone, and it was a little cool this day, so that's why I had the jacket on. And another thing that I found out, even in living in warmer climates, these people feel like they don't feel cold air conditioned. 50, 40 degrees inside, you're freezing after 15 minutes and you're ready to leave. So I usually put a coat or a jacket in my car, or I have a coat or jacket on. So I'll let you know where everything came from, and if it's still available, I'm gonna link it. But let's see, that jacket actually came from the thrift. I had like a whole rack of just old army military jackets, and I just grabbed one, and then I sent my coworker to get one at the time. I did see army jacket on Amazon. I don't know how good the quality is, but if you read the reviews, it should be. I put my striped shirt underneath to give it some character, and I put on my belt that I got from Amazon. Now, I had this for some years too, but this one, I feel like it just brings your outfit together and it gives it something. You know, I'm always looking like, okay, I'll put on my clothes and I'm like, this needs something else, you know. So I felt like it needed to bring my waist in because it looked too boxy. So I decided to put this belt on top, and it does adjust so you can make it tighter or loose. And those two front pockets, you can put stuff in the two front pockets. I think they are putting this on Amazon as like a treat belt for a dog or something. But I'm using it as just a belt to liven up my outfits and my jackets. Pants came from Fashion Nova. They are tall girl friendly. You know, I'm always gonna find some jeans for the tall girls. And the purse, of course, is from Coach. I did find the cherries came from Shein. Those cherries I just threw on the purse. Like the shoes was that pop that I needed to bring the whole outfit together. Those ballet studded shoes came from Amazon, but I don't think they're available no more. But if they are, I'll link them in the description box as well. And of course I had on, oh no, this day I didn't have on, I was gonna say I had on the Tiffany jewelry. I didn't. This day I had on the teardrop earrings, and it looked like I had on a little necklace that I've had for some years. I don't think that I have any links for that necklace, but it's just a little small gold chain with an S on it. Sunglasses are very, very old. I don't have a link for those. So Tuesday was a shopping day for me. This is like going to the mall or having some, going to the outlets or something like that. On these type of days, I like to dress up a little bit. Not too much because you're gonna be walking around, but I like to dress up just a little bit, you know, bring that look together and make it a look. So for this day, I decided to put on a denim shirt with some leopard shorts and some mesh boots. Now this look was thrown together, absolutely thrown together. I didn't have any clue on putting, you know, I didn't have a thought of putting any of this stuff together when I initially bought it, but I feel like when I put it all together, it was definitely a look. Put the boots on with the outfit, and I was like, you know, but these are mesh. So these aren't the heavy sweaty boots. These are see-through mesh boots, and I felt like it brought my look together. It really made this look. Everything came from, I did have the teardrop earrings on again this day. I wore a flower on my neck that was leopard. That came from, oh, I didn't tell you where the teardrop earrings came from. Those came from Amazon. The flower on my neck, that came from Shein. And it came as a set. So it came with, I believe it came with some leopard earrings. I just thought that was overkill for this outfit, so I decided not to wear them with this. The denim shirt is a very good quality denim shirt. It's very heavy and it is big. I feel like it's oversized. The shorts were from Shein and they were from the men's section. I wish they would have been just a little bit longer, and it would have kind of made it feel like, what are those things used to be called? Culottes. The belt, I think I showed you the belt in one of my last hauls, and that one came from AliExpress. The boots, okay, so let me give you a close view of the boots because you can't really see it from the video that I took wearing them in the pictures, but they are very sheer. They're see-through, and there's like a top over the sheer boot that kind of goes over the toe, not too much over the toe, but like close to the toe, and then the toe is like a faux leather. I had to put them on with this. I feel like this whole outfit was like a statement piece. And then I wore my my black purse. I don't think that purse is available anymore, so I'll see if I can find something close to it or an alternative that's more cost efficient. Wednesday was an appointments day. Doctor's appointments, checkups, you know, dentists, all the things, you know, those kind of appointments. So I wore some jeans, t-shirt and jeans, not too dressed down, but not dressed up at all. And out the door, because comfort when you're running around and sitting in these waiting rooms and doing all that stuff. So this day I just opted to do my Michael Jackson Thriller t-shirt, and this t-shirt came from Amazon. Now this shirt came from me finding a picture on Google and putting it into the Amazon app and making a custom shirt. I will link the company on Amazon that made this shirt for me. You can go on Google or Etsy or Pinterest and find any shirt that you want and they'll put it on a t-shirt, or any picture that you have in your phone and they'll put it on a t-shirt for you. These came from Zara. I saw these maybe a week ago, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago. And I felt like these would be tall girl friendly. So I just said, I'm gonna take a chance. If they're not, I'll return them, and they are. So, and they fit really, really good. These jeans fit real good. Another thing, the boots came from, did they come from Nordstrom? I don't remember where they came from. I've had those for some years as well, and I don't think that they're being sold anymore. If they are, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna link it. But if not, there's also alternatives that I'll put in the box as well. I just had it on my fanny pack. That's a most of the week type of deal too. I usually have my fanny pack on. It's just easier for me. And this day I did wear my Tiffany's jewelry, my denim hoop earrings, kind of brought the look together to me, and out the door. Thursday was a regular day, not too much running around, just some grocery store runs and, you know, little things, nothing major. So of course, comfort again. You know, one thing I noticed last week, I opted for comfort, so I wore a lot of denim. This day I just had on a denim skirt with a black bodysuit and some sneakers, and that was the look pretty much. I just wanted to put, you know, I always want, even though the look is casual, I always want to bring something to it that's like a pop of something that is like, okay, that's a plain outfit, but then that belt or those earrings or those shoes or something like that. I always opt to do that to bring it to life, I would say. So for this outfit, I did get those earrings from Shein. I've had those for some years. I don't even think they're available, but if they are, I will list them. The sunglasses also came from Shein. I love, like, I need a cat. I don't care how wide it is, it's gotta point or do something like this for my face because I have a wide face. The necklace came from AliExpress, and the bodysuit came from Amazon. That is like the Skims material, so it kind of sucks you in. So I think I did get a large in that one because it feels better. The skirt is from Zara. I've had that for about a year. I don't think it's available anymore, but I'll go on Zara and see if they have anything. The belt came from AliExpress. This belt was it's kind of like that rodeo western type of deal or feel, but it doesn't have those turquoise little things on there. I don't like that because I feel like it clashes with my outfit if I'm not wearing turquoise. So this belt I was able to wear, you know, you're able to wear with different things because it doesn't have those little things on there. The shoes, I've showed you those a few times. I do grab for those sometimes, not too often, but those are the leopard sambas. I put like a lot of charms on the tongue of the shoe just to, you know, give it some character. I love those. They're very comfortable. Had my fanny pack on. The fanny pack, of course, isn't available anymore. And then let me tell you about this bracelet. So this bracelet, I went to a thrift store and I'm just looking through the jewelry. I asked how much everything was. She was like, it's $1 plus 20% off. I think it was sitting there for me. And I thank you for everybody who left it there. Because lastly, Friday, I was ready for the weekend. We had I had a long week of ripping and running and errands and just out the house all week. I was very tired and I wasn't getting much sleep at night. So it made it worse that I was getting up early and have appointments and things like that. But Friday, I was ready for the weekend. My husband was off. He asked me, did I want to go to lunch after he got done? And we went to a local place out here that's selling like fish, like a fish fry. And it was so good. But let me tell you about my outfit, y'all. Let's start with these earrings. You remember Pat. Now, I showed you some of her earrings before. Pat had created a few earrings. She's very creative. And I knew that when I saw these earrings, if I showed her these earrings, she could make them. And sure enough, she did that. So these earrings are feathers. She put the gold, like a gold hook on it that just brought the earring out. You can wear these in so many different colors. She can custom make them for you. So you would have to order them and she can custom make the feathers, like what colors you want the feathers to be, if you want a different hook. But I think the gold hook sets the earrings off. These are, ooh, those are cute. Where'd you get those from? Earrings. Somebody is going to say to you, I love your earrings before the day is up. I'll list her Instagram here so that you'll be able to get in contact with her if you're interested in her making you a pair of these earrings. So for my outfit, this pink is not only my favorite color pink, this is a trending color this year. So the baby pink I decided to wear with some denim jeans. The pink jacket, I feel like the satin pink jacket that I had on went so good with those ballet heels that everybody's wearing. Now for me, I opted not to wear the stiletto, but I can link a pair of the stiletto in the description box. I'm not with all of the high heels anymore. I'm more for comfort. So I just feel like you can still style things and look fashionable without the discomfort. I can't do it no I can't do it no more. I'm sorry. The jacket came from Amazon. And tell you about the jacket. So this jacket, when I initially bought it, I thought it was gonna fit it just the way you see it in the pictures. It does not fit like that. What I had to do was I actually rubber band the back and I tucked it under because it looked very boxy and baggy and I wasn't feeling it. I think that I could take this to the cleaners and kind of have them cut the size and then sew it a little tighter because the fit wasn't fitting for me. That was the only thing I didn't like about the jacket because I was planning on wearing it as a shirt. So I needed to fit up in here and it wasn't. It was looking like big and boxy and ugly and I did not like that. But the purse was from the thrift store. So this was another thrift find. I found this purse and they had it sitting right by the door. Not a scratch, not a piece of dirt, nothing on it. I was like, and it's the color. So I was like, I need that. And what I did was I just put some charms on it, the same cherry charm that I had. And then I found some lips. Both of the charms came from Shein. Shoes came from Shein. They had the chunky heels only. They didn't have the stiletto heels. So the stiletto heel I did find on Amazon. The chunky heels, I had the shorter ones on. I think they're probably like 2 inches, but they had ones that were like 3.5 inches. I'll put the links to both heels, the chunky ones from Shein, in the description box as well. These pants, now I had been eyeing these pants on different websites and I didn't know, I was kind of unsure about the quality because they were websites I've never bought anything from before. So I was like, I don't know, I'm a little leery. And then I find them on Shein and I'm like, oh, I need those. But then I see that they only go up to a large, which kind of made me hesitant because I am extra large usually. I bought the pants anyway and I said, well, if they don't fit, I'll either sell them, give them to somebody, or do something else with them. And they fit perfectly. These fit more like a 12-14. So if you're like a 12-14, you should be able to fit these, and they are super tall girl friendly. I actually put the chunky heel on with this, and as you will see, the bottom of the pants covered my shoe perfectly. I said that the other look was my favorite. I think this one was my favorite out of last week's looks that I did, because it was my color, and the satin pink. I just love the satin pink. It was so pretty. And what I did was I just put the gold necklace that I got from AliExpress. I wore that like a couple days ago. My same bracelet that I got from the thrift store back on. This look was a vibe and I loved it. And yeah, this was the one for me. But let me know which one of the looks you liked the best from last week. This is a realistic, this is me. This is the kind of clothes I grab for during the week. And let me know if this is something that you would like to see more, because this was my first time doing this. So if you like the what I wore in a week, let me know, put in the comments, and I'll see if I can do another one for the next week that I have coming up. If you made it this far, I want to thank you. This was definitely fun and easy. This was not like the normal putting together a haul, because with the hauls you do all the looks usually in one day, or I'll do it within 2 days. This was very easy going because it was just like, okay, I'm about to leave out the door, let me stop by the ring and take a couple pictures, and then boom, we gone. Nothing to put away, nothing to worry about as far as okay, getting dressed and putting your makeup on. Let me know which one of the looks you liked from my last week's, you know, my regular everyday looks. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I post, because I don't have a set day still yet. I'm working on that. But again, I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.